Hello, everyone. This is Jo Worthy, author of Love Worthy, Love and Empowerment Coach, and Intuitive Guide. And I've just come in this morning, being the 10th, Monday, the 10th of February, to discuss my weekly Astro Moon Intuitive Report. And I've actually also added a new component to these reports, which is also adding in some goddess energy and being intuitively guided with the different goddesses. So I've got 4 different cards that align with the different moon energies this week, which I'm going to discuss. So welcome to another exciting week of possibilities. I think it's going to be quite a busy week for many people, including myself, with different events that are happening. So I just want to wish everyone a wonderful week, and hopefully these weekly reports that I do can help you along with your journey, and to help you have a better week. So currently we still have the sun in Aquarius, and each sun sign stays approximately 4 weeks at a time. So until Wednesday of next week, the sun is still in Aquarius. Aquarius being an air sign ruled by Uranus, is that sort of quick movement. Aquarius is a very independent, freedom-loving sign. It's also really, since the sun has been in Aquarius, and like I said, will continue to be so until next Wednesday, it is such a reminder, whether you're an Aquarius or whether you're any other star sign, that you connect to this really, really powerful uniqueness of the Aquarius energy. And it's really, I'm finding that it's really about embracing your uniqueness and really not comparing yourself to anyone else, and to really run your own race. And I hope that you're doing that, and the Aquarius energy can help you to really embrace that side of you, that even that quirkiness. And really, there is no one really like you, and you need to really, really, really appreciate and celebrate that. Also with the Aquarius, because it's a deeply intellectual sign, it is an air sign, but it's one of the most intellectual signs. Try and be a little bit more patient with people that are not as sharp as you, and also listening to other people's point of view and not being too dogmatic. I mean, sometimes we just have to agree to disagree, and remain dignified in your approach, and appreciate that everybody has, can have a different perspective on things as well. And just learn to listen as well with love and compassion, before responding and thinking that you are right. You are probably right in your mind, but not in everybody else's. So just take a step back from that, because I always sort of talk about the shadow side of each sign as well. And it's a very innovative and very unique and very dynamic sign. But because of that intellect part, you just need to be careful that you're listening to other people and their point of view, and respecting that as well. So that's the sun in Aquarius. We've just had a full moon in Leo. Boy, oh boy, I love full moon energy. It is more intense. It's a great manifesting energy. And Leo is a really strong sign, great for leadership and great for courage. And I actually wrote a beautiful full moon in Leo affirmation yesterday, which I posted on my social media channels. And I'll just read you the affirmation that I wrote yesterday morning, which was when I was Sunday morning when I was in bed. But I think when you've got the creativity or the intuitive download, you've just got to go with it. And the affirmation that I wrote was, I connect to my courage, releasing any fears or anything that no longer serves me. I feel my passions reigniting as I embrace my creativity. I am stepping up and becoming a stronger leader who comes deeply from my heart and my soul. So that was the affirmation that I created yesterday morning, which is very, very appropriate to the full moon in Leo energy. So I really hope that you're able to bask in that beautiful Leo energy, that full moon energy, and do a little bit of cleansing, not cleansing your crystals, yes, but cleansing what is no longer serving you, because the full moon is the most powerful time to do that. And it's a very abundant energy as well. And Leo's Leos love a bit of luxury, you know, and they're really, you know, they're really into really creating these, you know, they're really like masters at creating these delicious lives. So we can learn a lot from Leos and that beautiful energy. And they're big-hearted and generous and bold. So a beautiful full moon. And anyone who's from Canberra would have been feeling very, very, very blessed with all this beautiful rain that we've been having. So, yeah, thank you, Mother Nature. Okay, the moon aspects for the week. Currently, being Monday and tomorrow, the moon is in Virgo. And Virgo is an earth sign, and it is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So Virgo, it's really about the next 2 days really having clear communication and really being careful that you're getting rid of that mean girl, because Virgo energy can be extremely critical. So don't be the mean girl to yourself, and be also careful how you're communicating with other people. And a little bit, I keep getting love and compassion this week. It's a big message, regardless of the moon energy, but I'm getting, you know, love, be very loving and compassionate with the way that you communicate. And the thing with Virgo, when they're out of balance, or the Virgo energy, they tend to be quite critical. I have a husband, a beautiful husband, whose sun sign is in Virgo, and when he gets a bit stressed, it can be very critical. So I've got to remain very grounded. I've got to set a clear boundary. And if someone is being really critical to you, you don't have to accept what they're saying, and you can stand in your power and say, you know, and really stand up for yourself and say, I would really like you to reframe that, because I really don't appreciate the way you've said that, particularly if it's critical. And I'm going to talk about the Goddess card of the week, which blends in very, very beautifully with this theme. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So it's, what else was I going to say about the moon in Virgo? You do need to ground yourself if you are feeling really critical towards self or others. It's really an acknowledgement that you're a little bit maybe stressed and out of balance. So do some more grounding, meditation, and just really take that pressure off you, and don't be so mean to yourself as well. Yes, and also think before you actually communicate with your loved ones, because you could easily offend. Excuse me. It's a great few days to be super organized and really do that planning, and anything that requires that concentration. You know, Monday morning or Sunday night or Monday morning is a great time to do planning anyway for your week. But the Virgo energy is going to love you being organized. Definitely. Maybe a bit more pampering today and tomorrow to really soothe your nervous system. That's another key theme that I'm getting this week, is more self-care and more pampering. And there's some Goddess cards that have also come up that actually align with those principles as well. So that is Monday and Tuesday. Now, Wednesday and Thursday and part of Friday, the moon moves into charming, flirty Libra. And Libra is an air sign again, like Aquarius. It's another air sign. And so it's important that you come back to your heart space and you're not too much up in your head. Libra is also ruled by my favorite planet, my ruling planet. I'll get my words out. Libra is also ruled by Venus. That's its ruling planet, and that's one of my favorite planets, and it's the planet of love and beauty and harmony. So it's really important that when you've got this moon in Libra for Wednesday, Thursday, and part of Friday, is that you make sure that you're bringing in peace and you're avoiding a conflict. Very, very important that you do that. So what is your peace? How do you bring peace into your life? How can you bring in more beauty and more harmony and really balance? Because the symbol of the Libran is the scale. So have balance in your life. If you're, it's not about all work and no play. You've got to have a balance. So there's some key themes when the moon is in Libra. Bring out that charming, flirty side, and, always use more honey rather than vinegar. I've been speaking about communication and being careful what you say and how you communicate. Try the honey approach. it probably, you're going to get it, you'll get a lot further if you're trying the honey approach rather than the vinegar approach. I did have to remind my husband about that this morning. Okay, so that's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Let me rewind, because I've brought in this new element of the goddesses, and I forgot to mention today and tomorrow the goddess energy that we can connect to, and I was talking about boundaries, is the wonderful Ishtar. Now, she is such a powerful, beautiful goddess. I mean, look at her standing in her power. And really, it's about loving yourself enough that you do create boundaries and you don't allow people to overstep those boundaries. And if they do, really connect to that courage and actually express how you're feeling. Because if you allow people to cross your boundaries, they will continue to do so. I'm a big advocate about boundaries, because I learnt the hard way. I had no boundaries, or very little, for many, many years. And now I'm very fierce, a bit like Ishtar, very fierce with my boundaries. And I really encourage you to be as well. And particularly today and tomorrow, if your boundaries are being tested, you might have to just stop and ground yourself and connect to that beautiful courage. Bring in Ishtar energy to really, really express how you're feeling, so you are not feeling, that your boundaries are being crossed, because it's actually really not a nice feeling, and it's not really going to, it does take courage, but if you're not setting boundaries, it's actually going to affect your life and make you feel sad, angry, frustrated, and you don't want those emotions. You want to feel empowered and you want to feel good, and boundaries is so important. So bring in Ishtar today and tomorrow. Yes, great goddess for that. So Wednesday, Thursday, like I said, and Friday, the moon is in Libra. I talked about that. And the goddess card that came up for Libra, and she came up last week, but she's coming up again this week, is Sarasvati, the arts. So whilst the moon is in Libra on Wednesday and Thursday and part of Friday, this is, Sarasvati is, ruled by the arts, music, as well, and it's really about expressing yourself through your creativity, music being a big component. So you might be a singer, you might play a musical instrument. She's come up again this week to encourage you to do some of that use some of those gifts this week. And really, music is so healing. So I'm not a singer. Well, I might sing occasionally, but you don't want to hear me sing. I do more of it in the shower and the car type of girl. But however, I love music and I find music very healing. So I've actually been downloading my favorite tunes and listening to my music through the day. And it's really helping soothe me. And it's so powerful. So I think she's come in again this week to really, really bring that music component into your life this week. And if you haven't downloaded and got your favorite tunes, your playlists, maybe it's time to do that. Maybe it's time to bring out your musical instrument or to sing more this week. Anything that creative is going to nurture your heart, mind, body, and soul this week. And she's very feminine, and you can see in this card the beautiful flowers, and which really aligns so beautifully with the Venus energy of Libra. So that is, Wednesday, Thursday, and part of Friday. Then on Friday afternoon, the moon moves into Scorpio. And Scorpio is a very, any of us fellow Scorpios will know the energy of Scorpio. It's a very passionate energy. It's a very much more of an intense energy. It's a energy where people want to connect more deeply. Scorpios are not superficial. They want to dig deeper. They want to connect at a real, even in like a soul level. And they don't like doing things by halves. And with the passion, just be careful that it's not anger that's coming out. Really put it into something, something that passion into things that you love, maybe into some pleasure, some love making, but hopefully not the anger. But then if you are angry, it's actually better to express it in some shape, way, or form. I'm finding moving your body is really good for expressing any anger sort of issues, rather than yelling and screaming at someone. Doesn't really serve you or the other person. So yes, a very passionate energy, a very intuitive energy. Whenever we have a water sign energy around, whether that be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancerian, it is highly, highly intuitive. So I want you to trust your intuition, particularly more on Friday and Saturday, when there's going to be some more powerful downloads that you're going to have. And like I said, trust your intuition. Okay, what else? I did all this download this morning. I'm just checking my notes that I haven't missed anything. I'm going to talk about the goddess card that I chose as well. Okay. Yeah, it is like with that Scorpio energy, there's the Mars element, that warrior element, and then there's the Pluto, there's sort of the mystery, the underworld, a bit more sort of, yeah, like mysterious sort of transformational energy around, and emotional intensity. Which is going to be interesting because Friday night is my launch. So I think I'll be connecting with people at a very deep level, and there'll be some very, very connected conversations. So I'm actually quite happy that the moon's going to be in Scorpio for my book launch. Being a fellow Scorpio, I can connect to that energy. Now, the goddess card that I chose for the moon in Scorpio energy, which no surprises, is Sulis, bodies of water. Scorpio water sign. So it's really important that you bring in some sort of water element to really help you if you're feeling a little stressed, for some deeper healing, be around bodies of water. Exactly what this card is saying. So whether that be, you know, if you can get down to any, you know, the beach, fantastic, a lake, even a spa, like at mineral spas or something with water, having a bath, having a foot spa. The water component is going to be very, very healing for you. And it's also replenishing, healing, rejuvenating. So that's for Friday and Saturday. Yeah, okay, that's good. So Sunday and Monday, the moon moves into Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's a little bit more feisty energy, a little bit more directive, and Sagittarius ruling planet is Jupiter, so it's quite an expansive, big planet. Now, it is a lighter energy than the Scorpio, and the Sagittarius influence really likes a bit more fun, and they're quite optimistic. And more spontaneous and adventurous, and bring in some of that laughter and that, you know, because that Sagittarius energy, if you know any Sagittarians, they've usually got a very, very good sense of humor, and really connect to that humor and, you know, to laugh. Laughter itself is very healing as well. Now, Sagittarius energy is very sociable, but the interesting thing is the goddess card that I chose for when the moon is in Sagittarius is actually siege, quiet time. So what this is saying to me is normally the Sagittarius moon energy would be quite sociable, but I'm feeling that it's actually more going to be more of a spiritual, a deeper spirit, you know, time to really think about your spirituality and go a little bit, you know, have that quiet time to yourself, that reflection, that contemplation. I'm feeling like there's a lot of energies around through the start of the week that are going to build up where you need more healing. So Sulis has come in and seizures come in, and it's really a big message at the end of the week for more self-care, more healing, more quiet time, not being as sociable because she's come up on the Sunday and the Monday. And really, what was I going to say about siege here? Yeah, just connecting more at a soul level rather than a sociable level. That's just what I'm really intuitively picking up as well. You know, really take some time out for yourself, and don't really have a really busy schedule on the weekend, because I'm feeling like you're going to be a little bit depleted if you do. So I'm a big advocate for self-care, and this week it's a very, very big message again. So very, very, what did I say? Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my lights, getting a little bit lost here. I thought I had a summary and I actually didn't print it out. I'm thinking, where's my summary? That's okay. So I think I've pretty well, summed up the week anyway. Really creating your boundaries over today and tomorrow. Then during the middle of the week when the moon is in Libra, really, really connect to music and any of your creativity at a deeper level. Then we've got the beautiful Sulas coming in, really be around in water and really healing, that healing water energy. And then we've got beautiful Seizures has come in to say, don't overburden yourself with schedules, have some quiet time, have some contemplation time and reflection time. And I just want to wish you all a beautiful week, much love and many, 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 many blessings. Mwah! See you. Bye-bye.